All right, y'all, back with another classic. So as you see, we got 72 Pontiac Lemans. Beautiful car. Stay tuned, take you all the way around her, get the test drive, and get her up on the rack. All right, let's get into it. So like I said, we got a 72 Lemans, finished in Sundance Orange. I love this color. Kind of gives me like that, you know, burnt copper, burnt orange. It gives me that type of vibe. Beautiful color. Obviously, previous owner, they went ahead and did like a Judge colorway, like with the stripes, and you'll check out the interior as well too. But let's go ahead and get into it. I think the paint is in pretty good shape, a little bit better than driver's quality. Like I said, we'll go down, I'll point out any issues that I do see. Checking out the door itself, the door is in pretty good shape. A little bit of a rock chip there and a little bit there. Again, this is about 6 inches away. Now we're about 2 feet. So I'm gonna move. Looking down, she looks pretty solid. Nothing to really point out there. Let me go ahead and catch the roof. Like I said, this paint shows very well. The color shows very nice. Looking at the rear windshield, it's in good shape. No cracks or anything. Trim still intact all the way around. And you can see the rear deck lid as well through the glass. Trunk is pretty solid. No cracks or anything to point out there. Trunk seems to be properly aligned too. I don't see any dents or cracks along the edges. Looking at the rear bumper, it's not in horrible shape as far as dents or anything. I do think eventually this probably would need to be re-chromed. But like I said, overall, definitely in good driving shape. Coming down the driver's side, again, she looks pretty straight. Nothing to really point out on the rear quarter panels. Again, you know, probably my third time saying it, I think they did a very decent job on this paint. The color shows beautiful. Checking out the windshield. Windshield is in good condition. No cracks, no rock chips, so it's pretty solid. And again, we got all the trim intact where it needs to be. Looking at the hood itself, hood's in good shape. Got a couple scratches here. Again, I'm about 3 inches away. Once I'm about a foot, you see that they kind of blend in, but we are trying to point everything out. Front looks beautiful. Front bumper, same as the rear. We don't have any dents or anything, nothing that shows there's been any accidents, but eventually you probably will want to get those re-chromed if this is going to be, you know, like a long-term project. And then I want to make sure to point out right here, looks like somebody rubbed up against it. Let me go ahead and grab the keys, check out the trunk, and then pop the hood as well. Pull out the hood pins. Put these on my finger. All right, give me a second. Let me get my hands under here. I'm gonna lay you down. All right, under the hood, super clean. So it's a 400. Obviously, you got it painted Pontiac blue, but you can tell it's been gone through. It's beautiful. We got a new alternator. You can tell the spark plug wires have been upgraded. Valve covers, just a really clean underneath. And then we got an upgraded radiator as well. Power brakes, power steering. So super clean underneath. I like it. Let me put these pins here. And don't have the key on the key ring for the trunk, so I have to come to that. But let's look at the interior. The interior, again, the color, the paint is nice. Interior really brings it together. So it's got that tan It's got that, well, I'm gonna say more brown. It's got that brown leather with the saddle color, like velour suede in the middle with the blue stitching. Like I said, I think this is a beautiful interior. They did a really good job, and you can tell it's newer. Again, no wear patterns, no tears, no stains, and it follows all the way around to all of the door trim, and then the blue carpet that matches the trim. Like I said, it's I think it's very well put together for sure. And you look at the door panel, more of the same. You got the leather with the suede, blue trimming, and then they did the blue grab handle. So good job there. Door jamb solid, no issues there. Driver's seat, again, no rips, no tears, no stains. You can tell, zero issues. And with the blue carpet, you can tell it's brand new. No stains, no discoloration of any kind. Dash is pretty solid. We do have one crack going straight down there, but the rest of the dash is pretty good, not raised up or anything like that. You'll see in the test drive, we'll check to see how everything works. We got the OG wood Pontiac steering wheel. And let's go ahead and get to the passenger side. Passenger seat, more the same again. New interior, so seats are perfect, carpet is perfect. So is this door panel on the passenger side. One thing they didn't do was the center console lid. We did order one, it's just that it's been on back order, but this will be here. So whoever ends up getting the car, it will have a new lid. It's just, we already been waiting like 13 days and this was the only thing we're waiting on. So I do want to point that out, but it will be a new one placed on there. And then also the headliner matches that suede in between the seats. So beautiful. All right, y'all, we go ahead and get started in the test drive in the Lemans. No left or right turn signal in the dash. Lights do work. Wipers work. Horn is barely audible. Radio works, but no sound coming out the speakers. Not sure if they didn't connect it back when they did the interior. Non-AC, but the fans are blowing for the heat. Everything else is manual. This 400 definitely sounds good. Let's check this out. Oh yeah, I can definitely tell it's got some pull. I barely got it to the throttle when she took off. Check these brakes. Brakes feel solid. There's another one of ours coming that's coming soon. We got this Cutlass. Alright, brakes are solid, no issues there. Alright, tracking straight, hands off the wheel. As you can see, the steering wheel is cocked a little bit off, so that would probably need to be adjusted, but alignment is good. Speedometer is working, got me doing about 35, which is about accurate. Motor definitely sounds good. Well, I'm sorry, the exhaust sounds good, but the motor sounds good too. I don't hear any ticking, any type of weird sounds. No squealing from the belts either after we got her nice and warmed up. It's enough power to have fun to cruise in. Nothing that you're gonna burn a bunch of tires off or anything. Mileage does read 30,344. Not hearing any shaking in the door from the window, so that's a good sign that they put these panels and the felts back in the right. Nothing shaking from the dash, so seems pretty solid. I'm also not bouncing around, so we'll check out underneath when we get back to see how the suspension is, but nothing of note right now. I don't know why this car didn't go. Too busy looking. One of the benefits and the downfalls of driving a classic car, you definitely will stop traffic and you'll get irritated when people ain't going when they supposed to. Shifts are smooth. I don't feel any issues with the transmission whatsoever. Oh yeah, and steering wheel, that's about how much play I got in it, so not too bad for this era. Once I get back on the rack, I'll check the outside lights as far as the turn signals and that to make sure it's just a dash and that's it. So stay tuned. Right, we got the Lemans up on the rack, starting with the front this time. Looking at the rear front bumper. Again, it's not in bad shape. No signs of any cracks or dents or anything. Moving further up, just came off the test drive. No signs of any leaks from the oil or trans pan. Nothing on the floor. Everything looks pretty clean under here. At some point in time, I'm sure this was recoated because this black looks a little bit newer, but everything is original on here. You can tell we got disc brakes up in the front. Again, the OG suspension. Looks like when they did the exhaust, they went ahead and spray painted it. Not really sure, but frame and floor pans look excellent. No signs of any soft spots, any patchwork or anything. And again, like I said, the original coating, or it's been recoated, is in excellent shape. It does have glass packs. That's why the exhaust kind of sounds as good as it does. Drum brakes in the rear, all stock suspension. No signs of any leak from the gas tank. Let me get under here. We got the Buick Olds Pontiac 10-bolt rear end. And again, trunk pans, everything looks super clean under here, so definitely well maintained. Checking out the rear bumper, again, more of the same, not in horrible shape by any means at all. Rear quarter panel looks solid underneath. Oh, I just noticed this. They painted this black to where it cut off at. So, depending on what you feel, I don't think it's a bad look. Kind of helps to hide the paint getting messed up from like rock chips and things like that. Because you can see they went all the way down on both sides. Again, frame looks beautiful. Wheel wells look nice and clean. Tires are 225, 45, 18s in the front. Let me double check the rears. I think the rears are a little bit wider. Yep, 255s, 40, 18s. So a little bit wider in the rear, 18s all the way around though. Let's go ahead and get down the passenger side. Again, body and paint looks very nice underneath. Wheels are in good shape, wheel well solid. Overall, very, very nice representation of it. If you're interested in this 72 Lemans, make sure you give us a call, 256-801-4409. As always, I appreciate you watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below.